Your work shouldn't feel like work if you really love it. If you set and you know your worth, then think if it's worth it. But I do count my blessings first, so you know I'm grateful every night. But watch me, baby, I'ma take it there. Tell ya I'ma stay the path. Tell ya I've been chasing all these dreams, I'm getting very close. Yeah, I've been praying to the sky, I need some steady hope. If you had some guidance, would you let me know? Any doubts, there's something that you gotta go and get over, yeah. Get over, yeah, here we go. Nah, I'd never think, never see the day.
Welcome to the Mind Growth Mission podcast. This is your host, David Schweit, and thank you for coming along and listening to this or watching it from wherever you are. And I'm just so excited to bring you guys along for the ride in this journey, this part of my life where I had to flip my whole identity, change things around, and totally get out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone in the past was being around the people who were out at the bars, the clubs, the party scene, the sports scene, all that. So now I'm truly on a mission to grow and really level up what I'm about, what I'm involved with, all the cool things that are out there in this world where you can meet and be a part of an inspiring team, inspiring people, and see all that the world has to offer in that way. Luckily, during those days of partying and being on the scene and trying to be seen all the time, which I don't recommend, but we all go through our phases, right? But luckily, during that path, has led me to some really interesting people, some really interesting relationships where people were at those phases in their life and they totally transformed and changed things around. So to this day, some of my very best friends I know are from athletics, the gym, even going out, just meeting them in different ways, putting myself out of my comfort zone in different ways over time. But now it's about being more intentional. But those people that I've met have been intentional for so many passionate things that they're about. And it's led them to new heights in their life. And I've been able to witness that from afar. So I want that for myself now. So I've completely changed the whole realm of what I'm about, where I'm going in life, what am I pursuing, why. So I want to take you guys behind the scenes of why I started the Mind Growth Mission podcast. When you think of the words Mind Growth Mission, what do you think of? Each word, in my opinion, has a different meaning. With those different meanings, it's so much within them. Think of your mind. The mind is the most powerful weapon you have. It literally is, because so many people have accomplished so many great things due to where their mindset was and what they embodied through that. And your mind has to be worked on. Your mind has to be worked on. There's so many different challenges we face day in, day out, so many real life stresses and so many real life things that we run into, or working in these big offices and being under pressure and there's a deadline coming up, and you talk about relationships and all the struggles there with dating and what do they think about me, or trying to be cool to fit in, and you're like always thinking about what others think. So flipping that mindset into something positive and to truly get it productive and help it lean more towards your meaning in life and your purpose in life, that's hard, but it takes a lot of work. And I know that. And luckily, I've been around some great people in my life and not influenced too badly by negative things. Of course, we've all had our failures and our times of struggle and our times of stress and our times of doubt and fear and everything in between. Of course, I've had that. Now, there's been people that came into my life these last few years that have truly helped me change the way I think. With that, it's so important to take control of your mind, take control of what's there. Know that it's a weapon, that it has a ton of power, that it can lead you in the right direction in life. And at any point in time, no matter where you're at in life, you can change. You can make the changes that are necessary to get you where you're at. And that's what I'm about these days. It's being intentional, trusting in the process, knowing that it's not going to come easy, that I can grow a ton, that I can have an influence, leave an impact, truly help others, and seeking that happiness, that fulfillment, that direction that I'm meant for. Before, it was just, it was just friends, it was just family, it was just right there. You're looking at life like, okay, these are my people, this is who I am. Well, you can change all that. At any given moment, any instant, you can change all that. So what I want us to do today is realize that your mind is so powerful. It'll take you on this journey. And I want you to realize that this show is for that, to show you people's mindset shift, their identity shift, how they began to do that, and where it started from, where it stemmed from, what challenges they faced, how did they make the shift, why did they make the shift, when, where, what. So once you hear these stories, you'll start to realize that anybody can do it. It's possible for anybody. The next word is growth. When you think about growth, for me, it was in the gym, or getting smarter in some way, or learning a new skill. But growth, really, when you think about the mind growth mission, when you think about growth after working on your mind, that is something that you have to be challenged with. You have to pick up things daily. You have to be inspired and get out of your own world and your ego, and sit all that aside for a minute and realize that there's more to your story. There's more out there for you. No matter if you have family, you have kids, you're single, you're not, you have a lot on your plate, you have multiple jobs, I believe you can still make an impact. You can still grow. So where that starts, well, for my journey, it started with having a leader who believed in me. I think that's one of the most important things. When you have a mentor, a leader that believes in you, helps you grow, and really dedicates that time for your growth and your personal development, that's when things change. That's when you get inspired, and you get inspired by the own things you start doing for yourself. Now, living in that moment can be tough at times. There's going to be ups and downs and emotional rides with that, of course. But growth only occurs when there's pain, when you get the realistic feedback, when you get that constructive criticism, when you really feel the pain of it's not going for me in the way I wanted or expected it to right now, and you get over that, and you get through that. That's the real growth, right? Who you become on the other side of that. That's the growth. And luckily I had a leader, a mentor, a manager to help me realize that. But it started with his belief in me, and then I had to believe in myself. So once I started to believe in myself, things started to become easier for me in a way I never thought before. Money started to flow to me. Relationships started to flow to me a bit easier. Life started to refocus itself. And honestly, I wasn't anywhere near where I wanted to be, but I started to see those changes. I started to see the growth occur within me and around me. And when you have somebody that believes in you, other than your parents, your family, your friends, somebody who really can push you and give you that guidance and really take you on a journey like that, that's when I think it's a game changer. So for me, I needed that. Some people have just been plagued by, unfortunate circumstances and events in their life, and it really led them to grow a lot on their own, and maybe only on their own. And they use that as their passion, their guidance, their thing, right? I think with that, there's so much we can take away. There's so many inspiring leaders that have been on that journey. And I always go back to thinking about sports and what it takes and what it took some of these guys and the circumstances they were a part of. But they didn't let that hold them back. They kept working, they kept growing, they kept learning, they kept sticking with the basics. And that's super key in the growth. Don't get away from being humble. Don't get away from the basics. Don't get away from the stuff that's getting you to where you're going and has got you to where you already are. Don't get away from that stuff. And that's super key, super important. And any of these leaders or inspiring people that come into your life, they'll tell you that. It's sticking with the basics and things to humble you and get your ego out of the way and really realize that there's more to this life. There's more to this story. There's more to this journey. There's more I can do. And I gotta stick with what I know to help me become more confident. I gotta get out of my comfort zone to grow and to create that confidence in other areas of my life. So that's where I'm at, that growth part. mind growth mission. So with the mission, my mission is to help 100,000 to a million people eventually. And please share this, whatever way you're listening to it, watching it, whether it's YouTube or the podcast or social media and the snippets I share through the social media outlets or what have you, whatever way you're consuming this. If you feel like it's something for you at this point in your life, or that somebody's at this changing moment of their life, my mission is to help those people. So I'm a life coach. My background is being a manager, a sales manager at that, and being really good at sales. And I was never the type to speak the big words and make things too complicated and really know my stuff in and out. But I did have a certain charisma about me when it came to people and getting to know you and finding that common bond and what do we share, and maybe knowing just enough about the competition to sell against that, right? And to really sell my product and my ideas and what have you. But it's all about selling yourself. So with sales, that led me to perfecting my craft, so to speak, in a way, to get into a sales manager role where I really saw a lot of growth within me, a lot of failures as well that I had to learn from, a lot of stress involved with that, and really realized that the actions, the things you say, the things you do, they really speak volumes and they really move and impact people. And it'll have somebody being motivated to not being motivated at all, and he thinks poorly of you. That's your actions, that's your doing, that's your words, that's all the things that you embody. So realizing that and coming from these failures, I realized that my mission that I'm pursuing now, I really have to embody all that. I really have to be part of these different groups and these different things in life where I can actually share my story, but also help others on a similar journey, and then those less fortunate as well. So my goal is to join different support groups, eventually do public speaking. I'm tutoring kids now as part of a volunteer work. So I want to do other things that involve the community or things outside of my community that can really help. I'm also doing sessions for coaching people, whether it's life coaching, personal development, career transition, or business coaching. Even they have a business and they're trying to think, what's the next step for me? What I need to do to grow, to push myself to get further. That's where I come in and really help people right now. And also, I just want to make a difference in the world. At the end of the day, that's our mission. How can you take what you know, what you're good at, what you believe in, what you have been about majority of your life, or maybe what you're about now, how can you take that and actually help others with that? And I think that's a true skill and a thing you really have to hone in on and be intentional about and learn about yourself. You have to have that awareness to be able to do that, I think. And most of my life I was asking, what do I do? How do I get out there? How do I put myself out there? Well, now I'm on a way where I'm putting myself out there in front of everyone, all of you, people I know, people I don't know, family, friends, acquaintances, people all around the world, whoever it is. I'm putting myself out there because I know there's more for all of us. I know there's a way we can help. And if I can help one person fit more into that, who they are, and they know they're supposed to do this type of attitude, then I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I know there are challenges we're faced with. For me, it's ADHD. In the past, it's been alcohol. Um, Alcoholism runs in my family. I don't think I was an alcoholic, but who knows? That's probably what alcoholics say, right? And I've changed my course of what I'm about when it comes to alcohol and who I am when I drink alcohol. And I realized that the worst times of my life have happened when that substance is involved. So I'm really changing that about my story, about my life, about my impact I'm making. But think about it, guys. What are those things that always had you in the worst position in life, that had you doing the wrong things in life? What are those things that you had to face and overcome? I mean, shoot. For me, it's those patterns I ran into doing the same stupid stuff and the same things that weren't constructive, that weren't conducive to the life I wanted to live, that weren't really helping me get anywhere in life. And realizing that is a slow process, a slow journey, at least for me. Some get it and correct it right away, which is why I respect the people that are going after stuff in their late teens, early 20s, and really have a direction in life, because I feel like I had great parents, I had a great support system, great friends, but it was on me to make that difference, to make the shift, to be the right influence. And maybe I influenced people the wrong way at times. Maybe I influenced them in a good way or brought a smile to their face at times. So it's really getting to know who you are and have that awareness. And now what that awareness does is drives me to make the better decisions in life and make more correct decisions in life. And of course, I'm human. I still make mistakes. We all do, and we all always will. And I accept that and I understand that. So realize that the mission that you're on, you already have something within you that can help you get there, that can help you be more involved, that can help you really figure out where you're supposed to be in life at this moment. There are so many things you can do for yourself to help yourself grow. And I just want people to realize that. I just want them to realize there's somebody in their corner rooting for them. I'm definitely rooting for everybody. That's one thing where I think I get it from my parents and the love they've given me, those second chances. It's okay, guys. You failed. You made mistakes. You messed up. I was about to say the F word, but you messed up in life. It's okay that you did. It's okay that you did. I promise it's okay. And some of those mistakes will stick with people, of course. Some of those mistakes really just jab people in their heart, and they remember it forever, which is why you got to be on a mission to help 10 more people then. For every one person that you might have made a mistake with or did the wrong thing to or whatever, help 10 more people feel good about themselves, their lives, or the direction they're going, or be the right influence, or be there when they need you. Be that person. That's who I want to become. That's who I want to be for others. And I realize that life is precious, and you are the quality of the questions you ask yourself. You're the quality of the relationships you're involved with. So truly be on that journey to seek those things out in a positive way so you can get closer to your purpose, closer to igniting that passion inside you to take you to that new level and new heights that you're meant for. I know you guys have envisioned and dreamed of, like me. I know you've envisioned and dreamed of times where you see yourself on a stage, where you see yourself out there influencing people or doing public speaking or making a difference or gathering a team around you and leading them and taking charge and being their coach or being their mentor, being their guide, or causing that direct influence in their life. I know you've seen that for yourself. I know you've seen that there's more to the story. There's more to you. And I truly believe we are all on that mission together. We are all trying to figure this thing out. And it puts me at ease knowing that. I mean, it's not an overnight thing. It's not something that you're going to get right away. It's something that is evolving consistently. You consistently have to work on yourself. You consistently have to stick to the commitments you make to yourself. You consistently have to do these things to get to that level that you have seen yourself. And where I've seen it is in my dreams, actually. There's been times I'll wake up from it and I was doing it. I was doing the action. I was feeling it. I think my body moved in a way that got myself waking up, which is crazy. So I think my body moved. I think my body moved in a way that just woke me up. That like my heart was going, body was going. It was intense. It was like I was there. I think that's when you start realizing that you're closer than you thought to where you're supposed to go. When you start having these dreams, these visions, or maybe it's been 10 years, but it's coming back to you. I think that's when you're getting closer. Like, hey, I need to make a shift. There's something that has to change in my life. There's more that I have to do and be to become that, to accomplish that, to seek that. So I really think that we're all out here on a mission, and we don't know when that time comes, but The time is now. You know, I know you've had these moments where you've thought about this stuff, about becoming more, being more, doing more. So the time is now, and that's why I want to get this message out here to you guys. It's just awesome that we're able to experience life together, realize that there's awesome people out there. There's people that have similar journeys or journeys far from who you are, what you've experienced in life that you can learn from. And I want to share some of those stories. I want this to be a message out there for everybody so you can really seek these things. Make sure you know they're more attainable than you might have thought. That, you know, reaching for that goal, whether it takes months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I've heard it all. Even beyond that, it takes longer than that for some. The time to change and to start changing is now. So now we have to start changing. But you can do it. I know you can. I've seen it so many times. I've seen so many people make an impact in my life and others' lives, and just have that influence and have that charisma about them and that passion within them, and they exude that energy. They embody it. They embody what they're about. They know who they are. And I know they have worked so hard to get to that level. So that's that level I want to be at, right? I want to be the best version of myself. I want to be, and I will be the best version of myself. And I continuously have to work at that every day. And I realize that, and I'm excited for that. And I know there's going to be challenges ahead of me. I know that, you know, it's only been a few years, a couple years even, since I started to directly correlate my life with wanting to make a difference and wanting to seek new things and take more risk and put myself out there. I think a lot of that journey is yet to come, though. I think it's so fresh, so new, that I'm going to be a totally different person a year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and I'm excited for that. And I want everybody to have that feeling. I want everybody to know that it's possible. So that's why I want to share this. I want to share other people's stories. I want to take you on the journey with me as I'm getting closer to it and getting there in my life. And I just want you guys to live with passion. I want you to live with purpose. I want you to seek that purpose. I want you to know that oftentimes it's okay to reach out and understand that others are there to help you along that journey, along that ride. Hence why there's life coaches like myself. There's mentors out there in your business community or the community around you. There's people that can really make a difference or impact in your life, and they're all around you. And with social media today, with the outlets we have today, with all the different things out there, there's so many different avenues and outlets where you can seek that help and ask for it. And all you got to do is ask for it, put yourself in that position, take yourself out of that comfort zone and get there. Just put a next step forward, one step at a time, one thing at a time. Don't think 5 steps ahead. Think one step. What's that big one step I need to take to get closer to my dreams, to get closer to my goals, to get closer to my purpose, to live more with passion in my life? What is that that's going to give me that enthusiasm, that's going to give me that guidance to get to where I need to go? What is that one thing I need to be doing right now? And that's where I think we all should go together. Take this next step together. And please share any of your thoughts, ideas, stories, things going on in your life right now. Please share that with me, and share this if it's helpful, and if you want some other people to be on this journey with you. I just think it's going to be so special. I know it's going to help a lot of people, and I know we're just beginning. So I appreciate you being a part of this message, being a part of this story, being part of the Mind Growth mission, and to really seek more for yourself, more for those around you, and more out of life. Really, that's what it comes down to. So super excited for that. Thank you guys. Can't wait to meet you all and hear from you all. And I'm excited to be on this journey together. Let's go ahead and crush life, crush your day. Go ahead and excel, baby. We got this. Let's go.
I've been chasing all these dreams, I'm getting very close. Your work shouldn't feel like work if you really love it. If you set and you know your worth, then think if it's worth it. But I do count my blessings first, so you know I'm grateful every night. But watch me, baby, I'ma take it there. Tell ya I'ma stay the path. Tell ya I've been chasing all these dreams, I'm getting very close. Here we go.